Hello everyone, I'm Marco Ranzi, Karen Ranzi's son, and today I'm going to teach you at least how I sprout sunflower seeds into sunflower sprouts. I've been doing it since around August, and I think I've gotten to a point where I'm actually able to give my wisdom to some other people and let you guys enjoy these awesome sprouts. So the first thing, there's a few things that you need if you want to sprout your own sunflower sprouts, and it's really easy to do. It really doesn't take that much. It just takes a little effort, and it's actually amazing how little time and effort it takes to get such an amazing product, because these sunflower sprouts are really tasty. You can juice them, put them in your salad, put them on anything, and they're really awesome. They're packed with a bunch of nutrients. So the first thing that you need are these trays. Not sure the exact size of these, but these are just like your basic no-hole trays that I got them from Home Depot. I guess you could get them all over the place. It was a little harder for me to get them, but you could always just ship them to your local Home Depot, pick them up, or get them shipped to your house. You can get them on Amazon. The important thing is just that there's no holes in these. The second thing you need is obviously sunflower seeds. These I got from gotsprouts.com in Florida, and these have been amazing seeds. They grow really fast, really vibrantly, and they taste amazing. So I would definitely recommend these types of seeds. It's called gotsprouts.com, and yeah, these are awesome. The third thing that you need is organic gardening soil, because that's what you'll be putting in this guy. And besides that, you're going to need some sort of light to show on these sprouts at a certain stage when they're ready. I use a light that my mom got from Hippocrates a long time ago, but I'm pretty sure any light will work. So even if you keep it in like a bay window that could get indirect sunlight, that could help. But there's all sorts of ways. I think even just like fluorescent lights will work, and apparently they do most of the work. So the lighting isn't a huge issue, but I have a specialized light that I've been using, so I don't know everything about that because I've only experimented with what I had. But the first thing you need to do to get the process going is you take about 2 cups of these sunflower seeds and you put them in any sort of jar. A mason jar is really good with one of those caps that still lets the air in, because you want the 2 cups of sunflower seeds to be completely submerged in water, all the seeds, so you kind of want the top to be flat so that the seeds up top are still submerged in water. So this is the jar that I use. Right now I'm sprouting some buckwheat, but I'd fill this about halfway, which is about 2 cups, and you can see this lid, you're able to fill it up with water, and you're still able to get air in there because you don't want to cut off all the air. You still want some air to get in there. So then you would put 2 cups in a jar like this. The night before you're going to start sprouting them, so you want them to soak for about 8 to 12 hours. And then the next day you dump out the water, you put in some more water, give it a really, really nice rinse, and then you're able to, I do it outside, you fill up your tray with your organic gardening soil. And you can see here kind of like the size of the tray. You'll see it yourself when you buy these trays. But you kind of want to fill it up about 2/3 of the way with gardening soil, which is, I think it's about 2 inches. And once you fill it up with the gardening soil, you want to get at least, I would recommend getting like 4 or 5 of these trays at least if you want to always have sunflower sprouts, because you could get to a stage where you're starting your next sprouting while these are getting ready to eat, so you could always have them because there is a down period, and you use the extra ones of these trays once you fill this up with the gardening soil to push down the soil. So you want to make sure that it's compact afterwards. So you put in about 2 inches of soil 2/3 of the way in this sprouting tray, and then you take another tray and you press it down so the soil is compact, and then you take your sunflower seeds that you sprouted overnight and you just divvy it up all over the tray. Try and spread it out as nice as possible. You don't have to push those in. You just want to make sure that they're nice and spread around, so each seed, all the seeds have their own area to grow, but there's going to be a lot of seeds, so it's going to be pretty filled up. And once you get to that point, you would just water it until, I'm trying to figure out exactly how much I water. Probably about 3 cups I water it per day, but you could tell if it needs more or not. It's really easy. You kind of see if it's damp. If you come the next day and there's still a lot of water, just give it a little water. But I usually give it around 3 cups per day. And once you do that, so you put your soil in, you compacted it down, you put your seeds in, you spread them all around, and then you watered it with about 3 cups of water. Then you would take the tray that you just compacted the soil with, and you'll turn it around like this, and you'll put it right on top. And you'll keep your seeds without light for about 3 or 4 days. You want the sunflower sprouts to start growing out before you give it light. And you'll know when it gets to the stage when the stem is about 1 inch or 2 in size. That's when you know you want to take it out and start giving it light for the first time. But besides that, it's usually between, I'd say, like 3 to 5 days you keep it with no sunlight before you get to that next stage where you take the top tray off and give it sunlight for the first time. Alright, so this is the operation that I have down here. These guys, I think I started seeding them about a week ago. They're actually in soil that I found in my garage, so this isn't the regular gardening soil that I usually get, so they're not growing as good, but they're still growing, and I didn't put as many seeds as I usually do because I'm going away, so there's not going to be as big of a need for them. But you can see the full spectrum light that I'm using, but I'm pretty sure you could use any fluorescent light, but full spectrum I think is the ideal light. And I mean, I just kind of made a makeshift little station here with books and some old like Haitian mango boxes to make sure that it's over it. And I give it sunlight whenever the sun is out. So when I wake up around like 8 o'clock or so, 7 or 8, I turn it on, and then after it gets dark, I wait a few hours and then I turn it off. And you know, the way the sunflowers works, if you give it more water and you give them more light, then they're going to grow faster. So if, say, you really want some sunflower sprouts and maybe you didn't start your next batch at the right time, then you would give it more light and you would give it more water. But the best thing to do with sunflower sprouts is to just start, because it seems like it's a little complicated a bit, or that you're a little fearful of messing up like I was. But once you start it, after your first batch, you learn and you kind of do your own thing. So I think everybody does it a little differently, but this is how I do it. So hopefully you learn something and you're able to have your own sunflower sprouts.